Welcome to Technology Embracing the Opportunities. In today's session, families will learn how to connect to Parent Portal to monitor their child's grades, attendance, assignments, and register for ClassLink, our one-stop zone for technology resources. In Bibb County Schools, we believe in our vision that each student will demonstrate strength of character and will be college or career ready. We also believe in our mission to engage the community in educating each student for a 21st century global society. Our values are the different ways we demonstrate our commitment to our vision and mission, and we honor you in this work. Partnering with students, parents, and the community is a key part of achieving victory in our schools. The work we do collectively leads us to every student achieving and being ready to move to the next level in their lives. To document your attendance today, scan the QR code or click the link found in the chat box to sign in using your phone, tablet, or computer. You will select Technology Embracing the Opportunities for the course and enter your child's lunch number. If you have more than one child, you will only need to enter the lunch number for one of your children. Thank you for signing in. This helps us keep a record of all parents and family members who attend our trainings. In order for everyone to get the most out of this virtual experience, we want to share a few housekeeping tips. All attendees have been muted by default to minimize all distractions and background noises. To turn your video on or off, click anywhere on your computer screen or device to bring up the Zoom toolbar. Select the Start Video icon to turn your camera on and the Stop Video to turn your camera off. You may have some burning questions to ask. At the end of the presentation, we will answer a few questions as time permits. We have a saying in Bibb County Schools, Mission First, People Always 2.0. Partnering with students, parents, and the community is a vital part of achieving victory in our schools. So let's get started. In today's presentation, Technology Embracing the Opportunities, our presenters, Kevin Adams and Michelle Linderman, will share information to help families connect to Parent Portal and ClassLink. Our first presenter, Mr. Kevin Adams, is the Director of Research, Evaluation, Assessment, and Accountability for the Bibb County School District. Mr. Adams and his team primary goal is to assist Bibb County School District schools with continuous improvement of student achievement. A few of the ways they accomplish this work is through the coordination of the district, state, and national testing programs, assisting with the coordination of data teams and surveys to assist our schools and the district with data-driven decision-making to promote student achievement, and maintaining records of the school system to include transcripts of all former students. At this time, I would like to welcome and introduce Mr. Kevin Adams.
Welcome. My name is Kevin Adams, and I'm the Director of Research, Evaluation, Assessment, and Accountability here in Bibb County. I'm here to tell you about Parent Portal, which is your access to our student information system known as Infinite Campus. We'll be giving you an overview of all that's available to you as a tool as a parent through Parent Portal, and so we're excited to have you here with us today. When you first log in, you should see the Message Center in your index on the left. This is an area where we're able to show you district announcements. As you can see, you also have an inbox. You can access this to see other messages. When you click on the calendar on the left, you will see that it reflects the current month. You can look at assignments, schedule, or attendance on this calendar. Note that on some days there is a dot that will suggest an activity, or in this case, an assignment for that day. So we click on Tuesday, March the 16th. We will see that there is a Unit 3 District Unit Assessment for Language Arts in 8th grade. If we switch to the schedule, we can see a schedule of what courses this student has along with the teachers. At the top, we also see that this student on that day was scheduled to be learning virtually. We could also click on attendance to see the attendance records for that day. You'll see there is no attendance events for that particular day, And if you look at this calendar, you do not see a dot indicating an attendance event for any of the days this year, or excuse me, this month. You can use the screen on the left to look at different months during the school year. When clicking on Assignments, this will show all assignments for all courses. At the top, you'll see that there is a Missing and Current Term portion that will allow you to narrow the focus to those particular items. So by clicking on Current Term, it will go to those that are just related to the current term. If we click on Missing, it will list those that are missing. In this case, we see none. The gray area on the right is where you can click to provide more detail for that particular assignment. As you scroll up or down, you can see the rest of the courses and any additional information. You also see that there are comments that may be offered by the teacher. When clicking on Grades, you'll find what may be of the most interest to many parents and students. We can now look at the course grades for each of the courses. Note at the top that you can look at all terms or the individual terms. In this case, the first semester and second semester are available. If we wanted to collapse any course, we can click this minus and it will collapse that course so that we don't see the level of detail. But we can also scroll down to see additional courses. Note that there are updates for the progress that has been posted at that point in the term, but there is also, in this case, a semester average where you'll see the in progress notation. When looking at an in progress grade, we can click to see more detail. Note that now we see the individual categories of the grade, in this case assessments during learning making up 50%, assessments of learning making up 40%, and homework making up 10%. For any one of those, we can click on the plus to determine what those assignments are, and as we look here, we can see the comments that may have been added to any one of those assignments. And once again, we can click on a particular assignment to see even more detail about that particular assignment. There is course information provided at the top if you'd like to know how to get in touch with the teacher. In some classes, you will also see the upcoming assignments if those have been entered in advance. We can also extend the rest of the categories as desired to see additional comments that may be made for those assignments. As you scroll down, you can see the other course grades. In the settings, you're also able to indicate how you would like to be notified. Those settings will not be in this particular area. This is an area where you can hide particular components. We will take a further look at how you can set up your personal settings in another area of the parent portal. When we click on Gradebook Updates, this will provide us the most recent updates for all courses. If you have not kept up with grades recently and would like to see what has happened in the past couple of weeks, this is a great location to see that all at once for all courses. As with previous screens, you can click on an individual assignment to see more details about that assignment, including what class and any teacher comments. When we click on attendance, you'll see that it shows the courses along with when a student was absent or tardy. At the top, we can toggle from one term to another to see those attendance results. Please note that the total here will reflect the total number of absences by period as opposed to the total number of absences for the day. When you click on Documents, it will open a screen that shows the respective progress reports and report cards for the current school year. While we often will look at grades for the in-progress grades, there may be times when you wish to come to Documents and see the individual progress reports and report cards that have been posted to the portal. If you click on an individual report, it will open in a separate screen. It may take a moment, but it will pop up and show you that student's report. You can make this bigger to see, but you can also use a print function or save it to your files. One area of Infinite Campus Parent Portal that you want to be familiar with is how to change your settings. If you click on the person in the top right and then click on Settings, you'll see a menu for settings. The ones we'll focus on for right now are your notification settings. This is how you can tell your device what you would like to be alerted to. Most of you will want to have that when an assignment is scored, or when a grade is updated, or when an attendance is updated, selected so that you get a notification accordingly. When you click on More, you'll see a menu of quite a few options that will be of interest to you. One that I'd like to highlight now is the address information. While I won't click here to protect the privacy of the account I'm in, if you click address information, you'll see an opportunity to update your current phone number and to verify that your address is correct. The update of the phone number allows you to make changes to that phone number as needed. You'll also see there's some other areas that may be of interest to you. Assessments, where you can see your child's state assessment results. Behavior, if your child has any behavior incidents, they'll be reflected here. Family information, which will show what family is associated with this account, useful to make sure that that is current and accurate. And others that are of interest to many of our users. Another piece that will be located in the More area is the online registration. Note that if you click online registration, it will take you to a separate window where you can click here to go to existing student registration, or click here to go to new student registration. You would want to use this area to go to your existing student registration if you need to change address information, which also requires providing proof of residence. So anytime you move, this is where you'll want to go. You are strongly encouraged to download the Parent Portal app onto your cell phone so that you can set up your settings in order to receive notifications right there in the palm of your hand about your child's attendance and grades. This tool can prove to be quite useful in making sure that you monitor your students' performance and that it meets your expectations.
So please enroll today for Parent Portal. Our next presenter is Michelle Linderman. She is the Director of Media Services for the Bibb County School District. Ms. Linderman works closely with the media specialists in the elementary, middle, and high schools to share library media resources with the teachers, students, and parents. She will share information to help families learn how to register for a ClassLink account, to connect with resources to support them with helping their child at home. At this time, I would like to welcome and introduce Michelle Linderman.
Hi, I'm Michelle Linderman, Director of Media Services for the Bibb County School District. Today we're going to look at the ClassLink portal for parents. ClassLink is a single sign-on web application that allows users to save many of their passwords and access resources without logging in multiple times. Bibb County students and staff use this resource every day. It saves time and quickly allows them to get to their resources. Parents of Bibb County students can have their very own ClassLink account. This will provide access to applications and files from your own personal device or even your phone. ClassLink will help save time when moving between different resources and also provide a location for the school district to share important apps with parents. Once you've set up your parent ClassLink account, you won't have to worry about memorizing dozens of different passwords and logins. One important note is that the parent ClassLink account does not link to the student account. Students won't be able to see what's in your personal account. And ClassLink works across many different platforms and different devices as long as you have a working internet connection. Now, let's get started. You'll need a couple of things to set up your ClassLink portal account. You'll need a laptop device or a computer with a working internet connection. You'll need a working email account or a phone number that receives texts. You'll also need a copy of the verification code from your student's ClassLink account. And we recommend that you use your oldest student's account since that one will expire last. Now, the first thing to do is have your student log into their ClassLink account and go to the settings area of ClassLink. And as you see on the picture, that'll be in the upper right-hand corner next to their picture or their icon. They'll click on Settings. In Settings, the first tab is named General. And if they scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see your parent codes. Each parent has 2 different codes, so multiple parents can have access to parents' ClassLink portal. Click on this blue copy button and save the code to your computer. Once you do that, you'll be able to use it to create your very own account. Next, go to the Bibb County School District page and scroll all the way to the bottom. And when you get to the bottom, you'll see the Quick Links section. Select ClassLink for Parents to set up your portal account. The first thing you'll do is either enter an email or a phone number that receives texts. Once you enter that, you'll be directed to the registration page. This is where you will paste the code that you copied from your student's ClassLink account. And once you copy that and paste it in here, then you can click on the blue Redeem button and you'll be asked to verify. In this, you'll be sent a one-time password. It will either go to the email if you entered an email, or it'll be texted to your phone if you chose a phone number. Enter that one-time password into the verify box. Under the verify box and click the verify button. Then you'll be asked to complete the last step, which will have you enter your name and choose your password and then confirm your password. And once you click sign up, you'll be ready to use your very own ClassLink account. Now let's look at a sample ClassLink account. You'll see on the screen that we have an area that will have the settings just like your students, and you will see your very own settings here. And there are some apps already inside ClassLink for Parents. We have the Bibb County School District app, Common Sense Media, the Family Engagement, Padlet, Infinite Campus Portal for Parents, Let's Talk, Your Remind app is set up here. Your Lunch, and also a couple of other apps, your Menu app and Renaissance. You can, if you have more apps than fit on one screen, you can search simply by typing in the name. Let's see an example of that. Let's pretend that I have too many apps and I can't see all of them. If I'm looking for Remind, I just have to start typing Remind into the box, and it finds Remind for me. I can click on the Remind app here, or I can click on the Remind app here, or I can simply click on the Enter button. So if I click on Remind here, it's going to load, but the first time it's going to ask me to enter my email and my password for Remind, and then I will need to click Save. Once I do this, it will save my information into the ClassLink locker for Remind, and I will not need to use it the next time. If I choose, I can skip this step and do it later. I'm going to close this, and now to get back to my main screen, I'm going to clear out my box, and all my apps have come back up. So that's how you quickly search for apps. You can also edit your screen. You simply click on the Edit button, and you decide what you want to do. Do you want to change the theme, the font, maybe the app size? If you would like it larger, you can click on it larger. You can do a wallpaper. Maybe you like the nice picture of the woods. So those are a couple of ways to customize it. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, there's one of several other things you can do with this. One great thing is you can open an app library. If you'll look at the top, you see the plus sign. If I click on the plus sign, there are all kinds of apps here. And you can add your own apps, but let's just think possibly you need Sign Up Genius because you're going to be working on volunteer. Whoops. There we are. There's Sign Up Genius right there. If I click down here, you can see that it brought Sign Up Genius, and I can add that. So if I click Add, it tells me it successfully added that app. Now I can close the library, and when I refresh, that app will appear on my screen. Another thing you can do is come over here to the menu button. Excuse me. You can click on the bell to see if there are any notifications from the school. So several of these are not set up right now, but when you log in, you can set these up. There's plenty more information about using ClassLink, and you can go to your school or speak with the school's media specialist to find out what else you can do with ClassLink. Let's look at a couple of these apps. This is a shortcut. I know it's a shortcut because there's no key on it. I click on it and it opens up the Bibb County School District webpage for me. I don't have to type anything in. It opens in a new tab. I can go back to My Apps, and you can see that I'm back to my home page. Let's go ahead and go to something like Common Sense Media. It does have a key, so I would need to set up an account for that. And I'll show you that. As I said earlier, if you have an account with Common Sense Media, you enter your login and your password here, or you can choose Skip, and it will take you straight to whatever resource that is, where you can set up or sign in and set up an account here. So we're going to close that account. You can also go, if you have a Let's Talk account, you can go here, or you can skip it and sign in here. Here is another shortcut. We know it's a shortcut again because there is no key. So I can click on that, and I can fill out my lunchroom form for my student to pick up their lunch. If you're a remote learning student and you want to do that, you can also click on the school menu. Here you'll be able to scroll down and find the menu, current menus, and all the information from the school nutrition department. I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Now, ClassLink allows you to add whatever apps you want to add from the library. You just click on the plus sign. Again, let's go back through that. Click on the plus sign, and you can see there are many different applications here. And another thing to remember is when you see a key, that tells you that that application requires a login and password. If you don't see a key, then you can add that application without worrying about a login or password. So if we put the term in here, map, it brought up everything that has maps associated with it. So here's Google Maps. It does not have a key. If I want to add Google Maps, I've added Google Maps. It will appear on my screen the next time I log in. Maybe I want to have maps of the world because I'm working with my child on social studies. I can add that. And once I finish, I simply click the X right here. And when I come back in the next time, those apps will appear on my ClassLink account. Now, before we finish, I would like to show you a couple of resources that the Bibb County School District has to make sure you're familiar with them. Right here, it says click for important resources for in-person and virtual learning. This is where you click to find resources for students who are working virtually and in person. And right here is the list of all the different resources we have right now. Virtual learning resources, additional ClassLink resources, meals, parent portal instructions, parent training workshops, procedures for Canvas, attendance, Wi-Fi bus locations. So if you're working from home and you need additional Wi-Fi, you can click here and see where the buses are going to be at this week. I'm going to go back to the home page for the Bibb County School District and remind you one more time that to find the ClassLink setup portal, you scroll all the way to the bottom, find the not parent portal, but the ClassLink for parents. And when you click on that, that is the link that will take you to start the process for setting up your very own ClassLink portal account. Remember, this is a free service provided to you. There's no charge. There is no information collected. You simply have to register using the code from your student's ClassLink account, and you will begin to be able to utilize the free resource as well as any resources the Bibb County School District provides for you. So I recommend that you use this, that you, if you have any questions, you reach out to your school's media specialist and see how they can assist you with setting up your very own parent portal account. A few things to remember is that Your student account does not link to your parent account. Both are two completely separate accounts. Your student will still have their account, and you'll still have your account. The verification codes can only be used one time once you copy them from your student account. If you find that you need an extra account for some reason, or you can't find your code, that can be provided to you by the school, by the media specialist also. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me, Michelle Linderman, at the Bibb County School District, or you can reach out to the school media specialist, and they'll be glad to assist you with the process of setting up your very own personal ClassLink account. Thank you for spending some time with us today, and I hope you have a successful time using ClassLink. And please reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you.
I would like to thank our presenters, Kevin Adams and Michelle Linderman, for sharing information how parents can get connected with Parent Portal and register for a ClassLink account. At this time, you may choose to unmute your microphone to ask your question or type the question in the chat box. What's next? Social Emotional Learning Series Part 2, April the 29th, 2021. If you would like to contact the Family Engagement Program, please call our office at 478-779-2579. Our names and email addresses are listed on the screen if you desire to reach out to one of us directly. To conclude our training today, be sure to scan the QR code or click the link found in the chat box to complete the evaluation form using your phone, tablet, or computer. Thank you for attending Technology, Embracing the Opportunities, and stay tuned for our final event for the 2020-2021 school year, Social Emotional Learning Series Part 2. This is a reminder, if you would like to register for Social Emotional Learning Series Part 2, go to www.bcsdk12.net. Click the image pictured above on the Bibb County School District website. Under Resources for Virtual and In-Person Learning, select Parent Training Workshops and click the link to pre-register. Thank you for attending.